Welcome to How to Win at Everything from Rick Smith Hypnosis. You can do just about anything, and the only reason why you won't do something, however tough it might be, is usually because you choose not to. If you stay within your average little comfort zone all the time, how can you grow? In this session, we'll be looking at goals and objectives and how the notion of directness cuts out a lot of the peripheral distractions which might previously have held you back from getting what you want. So let's get stuck into that right now. First, check yourself to make sure you're absolutely ready to go into hypnosis. And when you know it's time, take a slow, deep breath in. Hold it for a second, close your eyes and release it at your own speed. And as the breath flows out of you, feel your body begin to anticipate how good it's going to feel, to let yourself relax deeply as you've done before. And let your body relax now, whilst you allow your breathing to find its own slow, steady rhythm. Breathing in and out at exactly the correct speed for your body to take the nourishment it needs from each and every breath. And on your next breath in, I'd like you to just open your eyes at the top of the breath, and then as you release the breath from your body, allow your eyes to close gently again as you deeply relax. Good. And now, as you breathe at your own speed, you feel your whole body begin to synchronize with your breathing, so that each time you breathe in, you feel the life-giving air flowing through your whole body. And as you breathe out each time, you allow yourself to become even more deeply relaxed, feeling lazy and wonderful. And you know how good it will feel to go deeper. So why not allow yourself to go all the way down now, as I start to count from 10 down to 1. 10. You're committed to finding a state of deep relaxation. This time and every time you use hypnosis. And just this thought may be enough that you already begin to feel yourself more relaxed than a few moments before. 9. And so you've given yourself permission to do nothing else right now. Then allow the lazy, sensual feeling of releasing all the tension from your muscles and joints, as you begin to settle into the journey to calmness and tranquility. 8. Deeper still. Your body now so limp and floppy that you start to lose touch with your physical awareness. As you place your body in temporary hibernation. You won't be needing it for a little while, so just allow it to rest. 7. Move your attention to your face. And as you become aware of how your skin and the tiny muscles of your face can easily be made to relax even more. And your face feels different now. And it's a wonderful, careless, lazy feeling. As you completely release those muscles and just allow yourself to be. 6. Now your body and your face are totally relaxed and you're drifting safely. I'd like you to turn your attention back to your breathing. And you can notice how this state of deep relaxation has slowed your breathing even more. And 5. Each time you breathe out, you naturally go deeper, as you've done before. And you possess knowledge about how effortlessly you can settle into this deepened state of consciousness, where you are the beneficiary of the personal power of change. 4. Now you begin to notice that your breathing is happening deeper in your body, lower down in your abdomen. And that kind of breathing feels good to you. And it is good, the best kind of breathing. 3. Now your body is resting, and your breathing is happening at exactly the right speed. As you slowly drift down to that relaxed state that you've enjoyed so much, so many times, and you know how good it feels. 2. As you start to notice that your descent is slowing, as you approach the basement of your relaxation, and you may be curious about what will be the positive effect this time. And 1. You're there, totally relaxed, feeling wonderful. And you may now rest for a moment and settle into the gentle rhythm, aware of your regular, slow, controlled breathing, just allowing it to happen and your whole self to synchronize. And take a moment of quietness to appreciate just how you are right now. That's good. Now that you've once more achieved this state of deep relaxation, listening only to the sound of my voice and relaxing in rhythm with your breathing, you may begin to feel curious about what you will learn this time. And perhaps you can begin to feel somewhere deep inside a tiny glow of satisfaction, because you are now thinking and acting differently. You've understood and allowed yourself the capacity to make important changes. Changes which will significantly improve your life and your happiness. Now, I'd like you to go inside and examine your internal navigation system. This is the part of you that decides which route to take, whether to play it safe and take a meandering, avoiding direction, or the alternate route that winners take, the direct route. Your objective is always to make your pathway clearer, to enable you to make good, consistent progress. By putting yourself first and prioritizing your own needs for freedom, fulfillment, and happiness, you soon discover that your path is easier to follow. And you may be curious where your path will lead. In the past, you might have been content to follow a path without really knowing where it would lead you. And without a clear destination, sometimes you may have found it challenging to maintain your progress. At times it felt like you were wading through mud. We've all felt that way. Now, I'd like you to use your powerful imagination in a moment to do some things. You might find it easy to do the things I'm going to ask you, I don't know. While you prepare to do these things, and before I ask you to begin, I'd like to remind you that here in this place of clarity and truth, you're free to allow your mind to consider any possibility. Absolutely anything at all which is even remotely achievable. You've reclaimed your rights to freedom and happiness. And in this place you're in right now, you have an opportunity to exercise those rights. It's a safe, private place where you can only deal in truth. And you can allow yourself to feel good now that you have found space of your own, where you can think freely and without judgment. I'd like you now to focus all of your attention on yourself. In particular, those parts of you that determine your happiness and contentment. And everyone knows that life includes many compromises. However, I'd like you to decide for yourself whether you're sometimes willing to compromise on things that don't actually improve your life. In fact, some compromises you may make that actually reduce your happiness or freedom. Now please take a moment to examine these values, because you have freedom of thought, truth and honesty at your disposal. Here in this place, there is no advantage to compromise. Because there's only you here. And there is never any justification to compromise with yourself. And this truth and honesty that you're now able to access is a wonderful gift that you've given yourself. Even though you know that you must always exercise it with care. Right now, I'd like you to become very still and calm. And just allow your senses to become fully aware of anything and everything that comes to you while you rest here. It's a good time to think about your future goals. You might even call them your dreams from time to time. Even though we know that these ideas are not really dreams at all. You're looking for an impression, maybe a feeling, maybe a sound, or maybe an image. Of how it would be for you when you reach that future state that you might describe as your dream. Remember, there are no limits here. And no deception exists in this place. The impression you seek is an honest and truthful sense of where you would like to be. At a time in the future which is possible. Even though you might be apprehensive about how you might arrive there. Set aside any restrictive or limiting thoughts because they have no value here. This impression of your future that you found yourself thinking about many times in the past. But you often dismissed it as too hard, or too distant, or too unachievable. For any reason whatsoever. Some good reasons, and some bad reasons. Here and now, you no longer dismiss that dream. You allow it to remain in your mind for as long as you want, whilst you evaluate it in more detail. Use the clarity and purity of this private place to bring up that impression now. That's good. And perhaps this is the most detailed, closest exploration you ever managed to do. See what you see. Hear what you hear. Feel what you feel. This state you've desired, and now that you have no distractions, is it achievable? Yes, you know it is. Of course it is. And those challenges and obstacles that you've often used as excuses in the past. If you put some effort into overcoming them, are they manageable? You know they are. They were simply artificial limitations you were placing on yourself. In the future, there will be no excuses for you, because you now think with clarity, freedom, and honesty. And now you're able to explore this future state, your dream of a happy life. Examine every part of it to be certain that this is what you truly desire for yourself in the future. Allow your senses to accept whatever comes to you. Just take a few quiet moments to do that now. Are you clearer? Good. Now, still relaxed and fully aware, allow that impression of your future state to begin to separate from you. As you gently, smoothly, slowly move backwards, so that that impression, still vivid and real, moves away into the distance. Relative to you, still visible, but further away. And as you allow this to happen, you can observe a straight, narrow, white line on the ground. A line that connects you to your future state, a link, and also a route. The most direct course to where you've decided you're headed. You have a dream, and you have a direct route to achieve your dream. You understand that there are necessary compromises along the way. However, you now commit to consider yourself first in any compromise. The most important thing is that you continue to follow your route. That bright, white line on the ground that takes you ever closer to your destination. Anything which might distract you and cause you to deviate from that route is within your control. And every day you keep this view of your future in your mind. So you can measure each option that presents itself against your progress towards your destination. And I'd like you to promise yourself now that you commit to a new way of thinking. Maybe until now you thought about your future happiness as what can be. From today forwards, now that you have a clearer definition, you always think of your future as what will be. And this small change that you're committing to make now will bring about bigger changes over the coming days and weeks. You've reclaimed your rights to personal happiness and freedom of thought. And you have a clear path to follow. If anything obstructs your route, you find a way around it. You always maintain your progress. And you examine yourself every day to ensure you're moving forwards. you speak directly with courtesy and dignity. And obtain all the information you need clearly and unambiguously. You know what you want and you find it easy to ask for it. You have new reserves of mental strength and clarity of thinking. To ensure you take care of your own needs first, without neglecting your genuine obligations and responsibilities to others, within the limits and boundaries that you set. You have all the resources you need to achieve your objectives. Now just let your mind relax once more and allow your new thoughts and senses to permeate through your subconscious, where they will find a permanent situation, pushing out old, outdated thinking and habits that no longer serve you, and replacing them with the new perspective you have about your destination, your route, and your purpose. Well done. In a moment, I'm going to begin to count from 1 up to 3. At the count of 3, your eyes are going to open, you'll become fully alert and totally refreshed. Any cobwebs that you might have had, any sleepiness of mind is going to dissolve and disappear, and you're going to feel bright-eyed and full of energy. You'll be fully alert and wonderful and marvelous in every way. Alright, get ready. 1. Slowly, easily, gently feel yourself coming back up to your full awareness. At the count of 2, you're still relaxed and calm, but notice that your eyes under your eyelids feel as if they're clearing. Kind of like they're being bathed in a sparkling cool mountain stream and you feel great. On the next count, those eyes are going to open, totally alert, fully refreshed, just feeling excited and wonderful in every way. And every time you go into hypnosis, you can let yourself go deeper than the time before, because you know that just feels good. Alright, get ready, and on the count of 3, open those eyes and notice how good you feel. Welcome back. Just take a moment to collect your thoughts and clear your mind. That's good. In this session, you permitted yourself to view what you might have previously thought of only as dreams, as realistic, achievable goals. Whatever external influences you may have been allowing to limit your objectives have been placed in their proper context. You listen to advice, you take advantage of assistance that is honestly offered, but your path is your path. You own it, and you're the one who has the responsibility to maintain your path and reach your destination. Never be afraid to ask for what you want and to speak directly. It's not about asserting yourself. That's a different subject. It's about getting what you need with the minimal effort or disturbance. You are blessed with immense reserves of mental strength and ingenuity, so feel free to use it. See you in the next session.